Hello, everybody. Happy Monday night.
Ooh, Monday. We almost never do this on
I
Monday.
know. Here we are. It's a new week, and we've got lots of exciting news, and we can't wait to share it all with everyone.
If this is your first time tuning in and watching us, or you haven't been here in a while, or you're a regular, like welcome back if you're a regular, if you've been here before. If not, let's take a moment and introduce ourselves. My name is Stephanie. I am the CEO here at DLR Magazine, as well as WDW Magazine and DCL Magazine and Dad's Guide to WDW.
My name is Danny. I'm the creative director for all of the magazines, DCL, DLR, WDW, and we're so excited to be here tonight with you guys. We have some really exciting news that you might have guessed it, but we've just been itching to share this wonderful news with everyone.
Now, you probably know us mostly from our work with WDW Magazine. That's all about Walt Disney World. And you might notice a little something different up in this corner tonight, our logo for DLR Magazine, which is our new Disneyland Resort magazine. So that is really what we're going to be talking about tonight. For those of you who don't know, Danny and I took over ownership of WDW Magazine last year. I've been with the magazine from the very first issue, from the very first day, and Danny joined us around 2017, writing and doing some design work for us before he became creative director. But when we took over ownership of the magazine, we started talking to our customers about a lot of different things. Our customers, our fans, what do they want? What do they want next? And the thing that we kept hearing again and again was
Disneyland. We want more Disneyland content.
And that delights me because I'm a West Coast baby, and I'm just like have Disneyland all up in my heart. So I was really happy to hear that. So we have been working really hard for the past year to develop Disneyland content. We started with a blog. If you don't know, you can go to dlr-magazine.com, and that is a special landing page on our main blog site that will take you to all our Disneyland content. We have our Instagram.
Yep, you can follow us online. We've got DLR Magazine. We're on Instagram, on Facebook. There's lots of great stuff coming on all of these channels.
I see that Heather's in LA, so she's loving this. Heather, I'm so jealous. If I could live anywhere in the world, I honestly think it would be California. I love Europe. I love Asia. I love many places in Canada and the US, but California, that's ticket.
Where your heart is.
And Heather loves your food reviews.
I saw that, Heather. Thank you. That's so sweet. For years now, I've been writing the restaurant column in WDW Magazine. There will be restaurant columns in the upcoming Disneyland magazine as well. Some by me, some by some new local writers we're excited to introduce you to.
Yeah.
But rest assured,
you're going to have a special food column in DLR.
That's true. I've got a lot of thoughts about the snack game at Disneyland because I think it's honestly just way, way better than what we see in Florida. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk about snacks. So buckle up.
And I see Patty here. Hi, Patty. And I see Mike here. And I got to tell you guys about Mike because he is one of our many friends over at Freeport Press. And if you get our print edition or if you've seen our print edition, you know all about them. Or maybe you don't know about them, but you know their quality. They are the people who help us make it so shiny and colorful and beautiful for you guys. And they're just great partners.
We take printing the magazine really seriously. For years, for those of you who have been around since the very early days, we used to be a digital-only product with a website and a blog and a digital iPad magazine. And making that move into print was a huge jump for us. Yeah. And we wanted to make sure that we weren't just putting anything out there. We wanted to make high quality product that lasts, that people enjoy reading and sharing and saving.
Yeah, like we hear from you guys all the time that you're collecting them, you're saving them, you can't bear to part with them. You have like special boxes and special holders and you're just like saving them up, which I'm a collector too, so I get it.
We understand that, and we want to make sure that we're producing something we are proud of, that is top quality, and that's the kind of attitude we have in mind when we hear from our fans that they want more Disneyland content.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do, make the best Disneyland magazine we can.
we're going to be talking a bit more about that in just a few minutes, just making sure everybody has time to arrive here. So after we started talking to people, finding out they wanted more Disneyland, because who doesn't, we started our social channels and we started the wait list, and a bunch of you joined the wait list to say, yeah, I want to let us have it. Tell us as soon as it's ready. So yesterday we sent out a very special email to those waitlist people before anybody else. It was
quiet little whisper launch, a little secret preview
on Disneyland's birthday, which is like a lovely tie-in, but also a little Easter egg because WDW Magazine launched on WDW's birthday. If you can believe it, back in 2013. You didn't even know that one, did you?
I didn't know that one. I did know that we did that purposely for Disneyland's. It was Disneyland's 67th birthday yesterday. Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And I knew that we did that on purpose.
Yeah. Well, so if you haven't gotten an email from us yet, we're sending out different emails to different groups of people. Maybe you're not on our email list, which is a shame because our emails are great. But the cat's out of the bag. Disneyland Magazine is here.
Yes.
So we are going to tell you how to get it tonight. Bridie's going to drop some links in the comments. Bridie's our operations manager, and she's behind the scenes tonight, answering all the questions, putting little hearts and likes on things, and putting links in the comments for us. So you can look for that link, or just type in the comments, type Disneyland Magazine. And Tatiana, our communications director, has set up a little bit of pixie dust for you. So if you type those words in, Disneyland Magazine, you're going to get a little Facebook DM from us. If you're on Facebook, if you're watching this on YouTube, that's not going to work. And so you can go on over to our shop at shop.wwpublishing.com and find out all about Disneyland Magazine if you don't follow one of those links. So we are going to tell you about the magazine, but first, just a little bit about our personal history with Disneyland.
Sure. Because we're huge Disney fans.
Huge.
All the Disney.
I think parks is my number one type of Disney, like even more than movies and characters and stuff, which I love. I
would probably say parks as well, but I do really love the entertainment, like the movies and television division and the merch and the food.
It's all good.
Exactly. If it's Disney, we're here to talk about it. But parks, I think, is where our heart is.
I actually have a running calculation. I have spent 1 in every 42 days that I've been alive in a Disney park or on a Disney cruise ship, which is pretty impressive considering that I live in Canada. Like, I'm not a local, guys, so I might have a little bit of a problem. But I've been to Disneyland 15 times now. First time was in May of 1989 when I was a wee little lass of 4, and I've spent over 100 days of my life at Disneyland, honing my experience, celebrating with my family, making those core memories, taking this guy for the first time.
Yeah, my Disney story is very different. I didn't grow up on the parks as a kid like Steph did. I went for the first time. I was in my 20s. I was with Steph. We were backpacking in Europe, as people often do when they're done university. And Disneyland Paris was actually my first ever parks experience.
Then you went to WDW.
I went to WDW, fell in love with it, and then Disneyland. So going a little bit out of sequence here. So I haven't been to as many to Disneyland as many times as Steph, or gotten my days in Disney for days lived stats quite as high. But
I can calculate that for you because you've never been without me. It would be pretty easy. It would just be a subset of my numbers.
But it's not just Steph and I doing the hard work to put together all this great content. We've been gathering an incredible team. Some people you already know who work with us at WDW Magazine, as well as incredible new talent who are local to Disneyland Park.
And we're going to tell you a little bit more about them in just a couple minutes. So recently, Danny and I did a trip to Disneyland. It was actually in December last year. Christmas, my favorite. I've been to Disneyland at Christmas once before in '94. We've actually also been to Tokyo, Shanghai, and a bunch to WDW at Christmas time. But I thought it was just incredible. I was so happy. I was the happiest.
It's beautiful and it's different. It's a very unique experience compared to what we often do in Florida. And it's hard to articulate sometimes, but there's a certain charm, a certain energy at Disneyland that just has a je ne sais quoi, a certain,
I think you could be a lot like if you travel to like big cities, let's say going to Boston is very different than going to LA, which is very different than going to Chicago or to New York, right? So think about it that way. It's similar but different. So let's share. We have a few things to share with you tonight that are our favorites at Disneyland. But Danny, what are your favorite rides at Disneyland and Disney California Adventure?
So I'm very bad at answering these favorite questions because I love everything, and I have such a hard time narrowing it down. But if I was really pressed, if I really had to narrow it down, at Disneyland, at California Adventure, I would choose Mission Breakout, formerly Tower of Terror. I would also choose the Incredicoaster, formerly California Screamin'.
You got a lot of like reskinned rides in there.
But it's not just the thrill rides. I also love Small World at Disneyland.
I do too. Why do you love it?
I love the indoor-outdoor setting. I love the way that the Disney film animated characters are integrated into their respective countries around the world. And I love that direct connection to Walt and to Mary Blair and to the World's Fair and the history of that attraction.
That is one of my top 3 as well. And it's a bit longer than the other small worlds around the world. I just love it. And I especially love It's a Small World Holiday. That is like maybe my favorite attraction of all the attractions ever in existence is when it has that holiday overlay, because I'm a sucker for Christmas. And it's got like smells.
It's really amazing. Did you know
smell.
That they check every single light bulb on the exterior?
I did, because you shared that fact with me. And here's a little tip. If you're taking the Disneyland Railroad around, if you take it at Christmas when they have all the lights, take it after dark, because you actually get to go like right up against the whole lit facade. It's just so beautiful. It's super magical.
Really beautiful.
And I see Angie saying that she loves Disney history. Well, buckle up, because there's going to be a bunch of Disney history in DLR magazine. We're actually going to lean very heavily into Disney history, nostalgia, and all of those little hidden details that you can really only find in that original park. Now, I would also say one of my favorites is Soaring over California. And I know now it's soaring around the world, but once in a while they bring Soaring over California back only at Disneyland. And I love Soaring over California. I swear, the next time they bring it back, we are booking a flight, hopping on down, gotta go on it. And I would be remiss if I didn't say Indiana Jones Adventure.
Good ride.
Love it. Love the queue. Love the ride. Love Harrison Ford. There's Dole Whips next door. What's not to love? What's not to love, really? So, talking about things that you're gonna love, let's talk a little bit about DLR magazine.
Right. So hopefully many of you are familiar with WDW magazine. This is our beautiful, glossy, full color, 64-page best Disney magazine out there. A lot of things are going to be similar for DLR magazine. It's going to be the same shape and size. It's going to be the same 64 beautiful glossy pages. Unlike WDW magazine, it will be published quarterly. So your subscription will be 4 issues a year. There will be a fall, winter, spring, and summer edition. Each one is going to be 64 glorious pages of ad-free Disneyland magic.
Yeah. We are going to have everything will be a little bit different. So we're going to have an attraction column. We're going to have a dining column. We're going to have a style column, but in Disney, WDW, we focus more on like Disney bounding. We're going to focus more on Dapper Day type styles in the Disneyland magazine.
Yes.
Our trivia that you guys love, our Did You Know section, we're going to have that, but we're going to do it in a little bit of a different format, so it looks a little bit different. There's going to be all kinds of little like tweaks along those lines.
We've got interviews lined up. We've got Disney history, restaurant reviews, character content.
I see Scott asking if we'll be looking back before California Adventure, and yes, we will. We'll be looking back all the way to opening day and maybe even before opening day. Now, This might not be in every single issue because we will have history in every single issue, but some might just be looking back to It's a Bug's Land. And some might be looking back all the way to Walt's original concepts. So stay tuned for all of that. If you guys have specific things in history that you want us to dive into, put it in the comments. And Bridie, I see some people asking for the link. So Bridie's going to put that link in again. But if you just type Disneyland Magazine, we'll send you a DM on Facebook with that little link that you need to go find it.
Yes. If there are topics that you want to know more about, let us know. It doesn't have to be history, but like we are planning to be covering rides, food, live entertainment,
hotels,
Disney hotels, good neighbor hotels.
Yeah. We did a lot of surveying. A bunch of you probably participated in some of our surveys, and things that were asked about were learning about Disney hotels, but also they have such a robust good neighbor hotel network in Anaheim. So learning a little bit more about that, all of the holidays, all of the special churros that are featured that are on a constantly rotating basis, a lot of questions about snacks. So we are going to be sharing that all.
Connie has a very good question in the comments. Connie wants to know, can I get one magazine to see if I like it, and how much will a 1-year subscription cost?
So right now we're just selling subscriptions, and we're only selling 1-year subscriptions. There's no like half year or month to month at this point, because it is only the 4 issues a year. Now, typically the subscriptions are going to cost $49.99 for a print subscription. That's 4 issues in a year, and $15.99 for a digital subscription. That is also 4 issues in a year, but you, instead of having that mailed to your home, you access it through the web, through our website, so you can look at it on a smartphone or a tablet or a computer, anything that has an internet, like a modern internet browser. So maybe not one of those like candy bar Fido phones.
No, but it works on tablets, on smart devices, on your desktop.
But this is the really special thing I wanted to share with you guys tonight. For the rest of July, we're offering a crazy good early bird special. So if you want to buy the print subscription, you can save 25% on your first year. So that's getting an issue free this year. It's only going to be $37.50. That includes US shipping. Now, if you're Canadian like us, or you're international like many of our subscribers, shipping to Canada is only an extra $2.50 per issue, and shipping internationally is only an extra $3.50 per issue.
These are special early bird prices. These prices are going to go away at the end of July. We know that we're asking you to subscribe early. We know the first issue is not going to come out for a long time, but by committing
now, it's not
now,
a long time. It's a few months.
Committing now and showing your support for the magazine guarantees you the best price.
And if you want digital, we are offering the first year for only $3.99, which is 75% off. And if you want both of them, why not get both of them? It's easy to add on a little digital to your print. Now, in either case, what you're going to get immediately is an email from us with access to our membership center that has downloadable wallpapers, festival guides, Genie Plus information, discounts, all sorts of different like fun little tools in there. If you also go to WDW, you can sign up for an Orlando Eat Play card, which is going to save you big on some off-property shopping and dining and entertainment if you're doing non-Disney things on your Orlando vacation. That's even if you're the Disneyland magazine subscribers. We have all of that for you, and you're going to get access to our members only our members only Facebook group. So for WDW or DLR magazine subscribers, we have so much fun over there. Everybody helps everybody find out information and plan their trips. We learn so much from you guys over there. So that is all included in your annual subscription rate.
Shout out to Rick Carter, who just picked up the subscription for DLR and WDW magazine.
Yeah.
Thanks, you
Rick,
for your support, Rick. That means so much. Ron has another great question. When is the premiere issue? So issue number 1 of DLR Magazine will be shipping this fall. I can't tell you the exact date it will arrive in your mailbox because that's up to USPS. But we are aiming.
It's going to be one of the last days of October, maybe the first day of November. And as soon as it ships, we're going to send you an email to let you know. And if you're a digital subscriber, as soon as it's up in our membership center, we're also going to send you an email to let you know.
Yes. So first issue coming this fall. Like we said, it will be quarterly. So a fall, winter, spring, and summer edition.
And we do get a lot of questions generally. So before I see somebody ask it, I'll just address it like, why do our subscriptions cost what they cost? Well, you've seen the quality. You've seen the quality of the magazine. You may not have, if you haven't read it yet, you don't know about the quality of the articles that are inside of there. But a lot of people mistake us as actually being part of the Disney company. We're not. We're totally third-party fan media organizations. So that means that we pay for almost everything ourselves. Once in a while, we're very fortunate and Disney invites us to check out a media event, check out a ride early, maybe have a night in a hotel, maybe give us a meal, that kind of thing. 99% of what we do is totally funded by subscriptions. So when we need to send people to the parks to capture food and wine festivals, Halloween, Christmas, new hotel openings, all of that kind of stuff, we're paying for that out of pocket. We're also paying our writers, our photographers, our social media reporters, and our operational staff. They're all getting living wage. They're all getting, if they're freelancers, they're getting very, very fair freelance.
Competitive industry rates. Steph and I feel very strongly, we are building something here with the magazine that we are proud of.
Yeah.
We've assembled an incredible team of people across the states, people who are local to the parks, people who live elsewhere, contributors from Canada, internationally, and we're really proud of everything that we do.
And we've also kept our printing in America. We feel really, really strongly about keeping our printing on U.S. soil, making jobs for people in the States to do that, as well as most of our team is in the States as well. So keeping that all alive. And then, of course, you guys know, you go to the mailbox, you know what postage costs. So that's why. And we do work with we also have periodical permit fees, all that kind of stuff. And we work with our partners at USPS to get that as affordable as possible for you. But the struggle is real.
But we think it's worth it. We really believe in this magazine and we're proud each month of the issues we put out. And I know you all enjoy reading them.
Yeah.
And that's why we're expanding and growing to add this Disneyland title.
Yeah.
And then who knows what else might come in the future.
Now, I see Linda asking, how do we sign up for the member exclusives again? So after you purchase your subscription, a few minutes later, maybe 15 to 20 minutes later, an email automates from our system that'll send you an invitation to go log into the membership center. When you go there, what you'll do is you'll be able to use the same email that you signed up for your subscription with. And if you put that in and then you click forgot password, you will be able to reset your password. That's just instead of us sending you a password and then you having to remember that password, or maybe that's a little insecure, just go straight there, say forgot password, and you will be able to regenerate that for yourself. And then you'll get in and you can start having fun.
The membership center is a great perk.
Yeah. Donald, that's the answer to your question. If you want to get into the membership center, you must be a subscriber.
Yes, the membership center is, if you're a subscriber to the digital or the print edition, everybody gets access. It's a great resource. There's lots of great stuff. We're going to be sending some digital goodies out to people who subscribe to DLR Magazine to keep you excited in the interim till issue 1 arrives.
And the earlier you subscribe, the more of those that you will get, because we're going to be sending them out every couple weeks. So if you subscribe at the end, that's great. That's awesome. You'll still get the magazine, but you'll miss out on some of those little extras. I didn't ever answer the question about could we only get one issue. So we will be printing a few extra issues because, sometimes they get torn in the machine. Sometimes USPS loses one, that kind of thing. So we do print a few extras, and we'll be putting those in our shop after all of the subscriptions have been mailed out. I don't know how many that will be, and I don't know the exact date that will be available in the shop.
If you go and check out our shop now, you'll see that the back issues of WDW Magazine do sell out. And once they're gone, they're gone. So the only way to guarantee your copy is with your annual subscription.
Yeah. We're at issue 107 now, and there's maybe 20 or so issues left in our shop. If you do want to check out our quality, though, and you like Disney World also, maybe go pick up an issue
of WDW Magazine. We've got a lot that you can see. It won't be Disneyland focused content, but you'll get a sense of the caliber of photographers and writers that we work with, the way we like to talk about Disney parks and experiences. It's a good way to dip your toes in the water.
And I see Connie's asking if we're going to feature Disneyland holidays in the winter issue. We definitely are. We definitely are. I'm personally working on an article about that this week.
Yes.
Ron says, when will my credit card be charged if I subscribe now to DLR? It will be charged now when you subscribe. So what is today? July 18th. So you'll be charged today, July 18th. You'll get a winter issue, spring, summer, and fall. Our fall issue will actually be mailed out next July 15th. So is when we give everything over to the printer. So before you're charged again for your renewal, your auto magical renewal,
your full year,
everything will have been shipped out to you. And then if you'd like to keep your subscription, it will renew again on July 18th. And if you want to stop your subscription at any time, you just need to email our customer care department at help@wdwmagazine.com up to at least one business day before you renew. And we can take care of canceling that for you.
I can see in the comments here that Trisha just bought a subscription. Thank you so much, Trisha. That support is unbelievable. It means the world to us. And I also see that Trish is asking an excellent question. Do we have a Disneyland 2023 calendar?
Well, I'm glad that you asked.
What a wonderful segue.
If you guys don't know, we do a calendar every single year. I think this is our 9th year doing it. Every single year it sells out. We have stickers that come along with it. You get downloadable wallpapers, and you get a file that you can put in your phone or your tablet or your computer. So if you want all of those Disney dates that we put in there to pop up on your phone to say, it's Walt's birthday, it's Mickey's birthday, that happens too. Now, we're not releasing our calendar until August 1st. If you subscribe to DLR Magazine, you might get a magical pop-up that lets you access that early. But the cool thing this year is we're doing castles around the world. So we're doing it's a bunch of Cinderella Castle in WDW, a bunch of Sleeping Beauty Castle in Disneyland, and then one each of Hong Kong, Shanghai, Tokyo, and Paris. So we have a great representation of all the castles, all 6 Disney castles worldwide.
It's really exciting. We have a stellar team of photographers here stateside in Florida and California. I was able to connect with a really interesting group of photographers who are local to the other Disney parks around the world, thanks to the help of some Google Translate and the power of the internet. And I'm really excited for our 2023 wall calendar when it does go on sale. Heavily weighted to Florida and California, but also giving you a glimpse of all the beautiful castles at all the Disney parks globally.
Robert, I see you're a digital subscriber and you love this. So when can you start your DLR digital subscription? You can start it today. There's no magazine yet. The first magazine will come out the first week of November, but you'll be able to access any of those other perks. And our DLR subscribers who start now, whether you're print or you're digital, part of what you're going to get in your member center and in your welcome email is access to a sneak peek preview. It's not really a preview. It's kind of a bonus. We've done a bunch of articles in WDW Magazine on Disneyland and Disney California Adventure over the years. So we've selected, I think, 5 of those, and we've assembled like a mini bonus issue where you can read these past articles now.
A little taste just to show you a bit, get you excited about the kind of stuff that will be coming up in DLR Magazine.
Yeah. And that's what we have to say about that. Yeah. I got distracted by this beautiful photo of the Main Street Electrical Parade that you have flipped open to. We have in our WDW magazine this month, it's all about stuff in the parks after dark. It's called Light Up the Night. And one of the things that we're talking about actually is the Main Street Electrical Parade then and now.
We've got a great article about the history of the Main Street Electrical Parade, which very heavily ties into the history of Disneyland as well as Disney World. Again, this is something that's in the current issue of WDW magazine, but it gives you a taste, a little bit of the flavor of Disneyland magazine. The Main Street Electrical Parade, nighttime parades in general, is one of my favorite aspects of Disney. I know they just announced the Main Street Electrical Parade is going away. Glowing away. Fingers crossed. I don't have any insider information. This is just my hope against hope, but I hope that Main Street Electrical Parade is going away to make room for the return of Paint the Night.
And also to maybe come
to package itself up and head over to Florida so that we can share in some of that nighttime parade magic. Maybe, if anyone's listening.
What else do you love about Disneyland?
So I love so many things about Disneyland.
I will let you pick 3.
Let's see.
Otherwise, we'll be here all night.
One of the things that I love about Disneyland, and I alluded to this earlier, are the snacks. I think the food in general, but specifically like little snacky things, are so good in California. And what they have that we don't have in Florida is small savory snacks. In Florida, all the little like bite-sized treats, it's all ice cream and chocolate, and that's wonderful. But when you want like a savory, delicious,
you've got popcorn and a pickle, and maybe a pretzel. That's about it.
But in California, there's the bao buns at Tropical Hideaway, the lumpia. You can go to Bengal Barbecue. There's so many great. So the snacks, for sure, one of my favorites. The other thing I love is the Disneyland Hotel. It's this perfect, to me, blend of that retro nostalgia, a little bit of a Hawaiian tropical getaway vibe, great proximity to the parks, to the monorail station. I love the Tangaroa Terrace. I love Trader Sam's. It's where I want to be. And then the other thing that I really love that I think is unique to Disneyland is how dense the park is. I love the way it's laid out and how it's evolved over time, where you have attractions that sort of butt up against each other. And you get these really interesting points in the park where, like, you might be riding, say, the Alice in Wonderland dark ride, and then you're up on that part of it that's on the second story.
A 2-story dark ride, people.
But
it doesn't get better than that.
You've got views of the teacups. You've got views of the Matterhorn. You can see Small World and the monorail. And I love how everything is right there. Like
it's cozy.
Feels like you can reach out and touch it.
I see a question about, will there be a DLR magazine subscriber group? So what we've decided to do is keep it as one group. It will be open to WDW and DLR subscribers if you subscribe to both, if you subscribe to one or the other. That's really based on our customer surveys that we've done, where people didn't want to be part of too many groups, but also a lot of people are maybe subscribers to WDW magazine. They're not really sure about DLR. They're maybe curious about planning a trip there one day, and the people from DLR can really help with that, and vice versa. So we've decided to keep it all one. We've already renamed it. If you are already a member because you're a WW Magazine subscriber, it's now called, I'm sure you've seen, it's called Members Only for subscribers to DLR or WDW Magazine and DLR Magazine. It's a very long title.
Don't worry about the name.
It's a very long title, but DLR is already there because we can't wait to welcome our DLR subscribers in.
Don't worry about the name. It's a great community, really knowledgeable and passionate Disney fans there. People love sharing their memories. They love getting advice. It's a great community.
People give advice about Tokyo and Paris, Disney cruises, Aulani. Like Disney bounding, how to surprise your kids with Disney at Christmas.
It's for fans like you and me. It's for people who love Disney and they want to meet other fans so they can talk about how much they love Disney.
Yeah. And I see that Abby, please, everybody say hi to Abby. She's our fabulous graphic designer. You've probably seen a whole bunch of things by her, like she does all of our promos. Danny's finding a really great illustration from her in our latest issue. Ooh, so pretty. And she'll be doing a lot of work on DLR magazine as well. But please, everybody say hi, Abby. And what Abby wants is DLR churros. And
Yes.
Abby is correct, because DLR churros
are
the
a very
best.
important part of the California experience.
Those new churros at 1923 on the Disney Wish are pretty great too.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you guys missed our recap, you can find it on YouTube. Steph and I had the very fortunate opportunity to go on a preview sailing of the Wish, the newest cruise ship in Disney's fleet. It is astounding. We were here last week doing a whole rundown of everything we loved. You can find that on YouTube or over on our Facebook page. Yeah.
I see Connie's talking about the light up headboard at Disneyland Hotel. We actually talk about that in issue number 1, and the famous holiday candy canes. We are lining up a special article on that for our 5th issue, actually our winter issue next year, because we didn't have quite enough time to get it into this year to be able to talk to everyone at Disney. We needed to about that. Will the WDW and DLR magazines come out at the same time of month so they arrive at the same time, or will one come earlier and later? They'll come about a week apart. They're going to mail about a week apart. As to when they'll arrive, that's
between you
guess.
And your mail carrier.
Yes. So there you go. Now we've talked a lot about what you love. What I love is Christmas. It's Christmas, and not just Christmas. Controversial statement time. I think that Disney California Adventure does a better job of an international and inclusive Christmas or winter holiday celebrations than Epcot does. Epcot has wonderful food booths, fantastic performances, beautiful decorations, but they actually really embrace traditions like Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and Diwali, many of the other traditions that happen at the Christmas holiday time, the winter holiday time, really well, not just like with one item on a food booth, like with a whole food booth, with a whole presentation or like musical presentation. It was really great.
When we were visiting Disneyland last December, we were at California Adventure, and they were doing the Feliz Navidad street party.
No, Viva Navidad.
Viva Navidad.
It's my favorite.
That was so much. If you guys have seen it live, you know it's electric. The dancing, the music, it's
one of the best things I've ever seen in a Disney park.
So good.
And so they do a great job. Disneyland does a great job. There's different lighting everywhere. They do an overlay on Cars Land. There's the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay that happens on Haunted Mansion. There's the It's a Small World holiday, which is the best, which I've already said is the best on Small World. There's decorations everywhere. Downtown Disney, beautifully decorated. The hotels, there was even like a banner at the pool saying, we were staying at the Disneyland Hotel.
It was Hawaiian themed, so it said Melakaliki Maka.
And we went to Trader Sam's, and it was all Christmas decorated inside, and there were Christmas drinks.
It was great. We had the best time. It was
phenomenal. Also, we're Jewish, so like we're really into Disney Christmas. For being Jewish, but I also love all the representation that happens there. So that's
there's
one
some
thing.
Nice Hanukkah stuff too. I had a really good potato latke.
You did with brisket. Yes, you did.
That felt very good.
Another thing, much like you, I like how close it is. Now you talked about the closeness is like the attractions are all really close, which is amazing because there's as many attractions in those 2 parks as there are in the 4 parks at Disney World. So you can just hop. You're never too far from your next ride. But I actually think that everything like that, you can just walk between the parks so freely. Like park hopping is no more difficult than going from World Showcase to like World Discovery, World Celebration, World Nature in Epcot.
If you've only been to Walt Disney World in Florida, and then you go to Disneyland for the first time and you find yourself in the Esplanade area where you can turn to one side and see Disneyland and turn to the other side and see California Adventure, it's a moment you can watch something like click in people's brains who have never seen the parks that close before.
And not just the parks, Downtown Disney's right there. The
Yeah.
hotels are right there. Even the Good Neighbor hotels are right there. You can walk everywhere.
It's
And there's like a Walgreens on the corner if you need anything. It's so convenient. And then my third favorite thing is nostalgia, both personal and like Disney history. Like I grew up going to Disneyland as our family vacation every couple years. We have so many amazing family memories. I think my mom is watching. Hi, Mom. We have so many amazing family memories that came out of that, which led me to this career path. And then also, as I've gotten older, I've learned more about the Disney company history, Walt's history, the parks history, and I am here for it. So there you go. Now, I love, if you guys are familiar with Disneyland, tell us what your favorite things about Disneyland are. Tell us what your favorite foods are and all of that good stuff.
Your favorite attractions or a special memory you have of visiting the parks. We've been telling you a little bit about our connection to Disneyland, but we want to hear more about your connection.
What you want us to check out on our next trip.
Yes.
Now, so we've established we love Disneyland, and we have worked really hard to prepare for DLR magazine. It wasn't just like we've been talking about this for a couple years now. Our team has been working on it, which might surprise you since we didn't really start to talk about it till earlier this year, but there's a lot of stuff that goes into our projects before they start to see the light of day. So one big question that our team sat down and asked right at the beginning when we were starting to get serious about this discussion is, how do we bring that same caliber of content of photos, info, videos, all that good stuff that we're known for at WDW Magazine into DLR Magazine?
Honestly, the most important thing is that it's not just Steph and I working on this. We have assembled an amazing team all across the US. We have contributors in Canada, internationally, and we are looking for people who are experts at what they do, who are passionate about Disney. You know, there are people on our team that you guys know and love, Tatiana and Ali. I'm sure you're familiar with them on our Instagram channel. They've been doing the research to get just as familiar with Disneyland as they are with Disney World.
Same with Rain, who's our editor-in-chief over at WW Magazine, but also our blog editor. And she's been working to assemble a great blog team who know a lot about Disneyland. Jessica and our whole team over at Customer Care, they're going to be helping out with DLR just the same way. So if you're familiar with all these people, there's going to be some friendly faces. Some of our photographers like Ernie, he has photos of both WDW and DLR. So we tapped him as well as a bunch of new photographers.
I've been having a very fun time finding and making connections with some really talented West Coast photographers, Jason and Adrienne and Ashley and Dominic and Brian, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some names, but the photos are really special. Photography is always and has always been a highlight of the products that we make. It's something that we feel very strongly about as a way for you, the reader, to feel like you're there, to have that experience of being at the parks. And we look for these incredibly talented people who make those stunning images. And there's great stuff coming for Disneyland.
Over on our social channel, you may already be familiar with Kathleen. She's been reporting for us on our DLR channels for quite some time now. She's amazing, and she is taking over more and more responsibilities there. So you're going to see her. You'll also see friendly faces like us or Tina or Julie from WDW as they have trips out, Tatiana and Ali too, as they have trips out to the West Coast. And you'll see some writers that you love in there, like Tim Moore and Matt Kroll and Kathleen Logan Wolf. We're hoping they're all going to be involved with us for quite some time over on the DLR side. But
we've got a whole new roster of writers who are California local, who have unique experience with the Disneyland park.
And we've brought on a very specific new associate editor to take on DLR Magazine, Megan Dubois. You may have read some of her pieces on our WDW content, but she has taken over as associate editor for DLR Magazine. So she is going to be laser focused on finding those great angles, securing those amazing interviews with Disney, working on some partnerships with external brands that we like to showcase to you in the magazine or on the blog or on our social channels, hotels, all of that kind of stuff. So we're really, really excited about where she's going to take the content.
We really feel that we've put together an excellent team. We're always looking, for new, talented, and passionate people so that we can put out the best magazine possible. We love listening to you, to the readers, to our customers. We want to know what you're passionate about and what you're interested in. And we want to, we take that feedback and we work to make it better every day.
My hope is that people who already love Disneyland will love this magazine because it's celebrating something that they're so passionate about. But I also hope people who are like maybe considering going to Disneyland for the first time, or they haven't been in a while, and they get our magazine, and I hope it sparks a whole new love and interest and intrigue, because I just feel that the parks at Disneyland are very, very special. All of the parks worldwide are special, but there's something so unique about the California parks. I just love it. Now, what are we going to put inside these issues?
Right.
Danny?
So looking ahead, we've told you broadly there's going to be attractions coverage and history coverage and restaurants and characters and all of this great stuff.
If you head on over to the shop, shop.wdwpublishing.com, or Bridie has put the link in the comments where you can go see inside our digital or our print sales page for those. Or if you just pop Disneyland Magazine in the comments on Facebook, it will auto-magically send you a little link so that you can just easily check that out. But you'll be able to see a couple pages inside the magazine right now from the first few articles that Danny's finished. So there's an article all about the Matterhorn.
Yep, we're covering the Matterhorn. This is all coming up in issue 1. We've got the Matterhorn. We've got the Disneyland Hotel. We're talking about Autopia, but we managed to have an interview with Bob Gurr. It's very interesting.
We also have been working with Disney to create recipe outlines that are the actual Disneyland and Disney California Adventure and Disneyland Resort Hotel recipes. So these aren't fan recreations. These are the actual
from
recipes.
Disney. Really great.
And
bring some of that culinary delight home with you.
Yep.
We're going to be talking about D23 Expo,
Red Rose Tavern, the history of Holidayland, Christmas at DLR, and many other things. Now, in the next year, if you're subscribing now and you're like, what am I going to get for the rest of the year? It would take me another 2 hours to tell you everything that's going to be in there, but there's going to be Web Slingers, Indiana Jones Adventure, Haunted Mansion Holiday, Alice in Wonderland, Good Neighbor Hotels, including those new House of the Retro Future suites that they have at the Howard Johnson, which look amazing. We're also going to look at Disney's Grand Californian Hotel or Resort and Spa Hotel.
Lamplight Lounge. I'm very excited about that piece.
Boogie Bash.
We're going to be comparing the two Batus at Disneyland and Disney World.
Cars Land, a whole big spread on Cars Land and the Imagineering over there. Viva Navidad, which I've already told you is one of my favorites.
World of Color, the
Fantasmic,
Storybook Land Canals,
Candlelight Processional,
History of a Bug's Land.
so much more. Don't give it all away. Don't give it all away. And so, yeah, and like we said, there's going to be a bunch of snacks. We're going to have a churro of the month. We're going to have a dining column, and Danny's working on a new type of column for him that's all about like Danny's hottest picks for snacks. That's not what we're calling it. We're title TBD. But what are some of your favorite foods at Disneyland?
I love Bengal barbecue so very much. All of the skewers, or the little, you can get like a rice plate with a couple of skewers. Mwah, I love it. It's fantastic.
The safari skewer and the what is the spicy? The banyan.
The banyan,
skewer.
yeah,
those are my two
for sure. I love Pim's Test Kitchen. I think
so cute.
The theming is just super on point. I love the giant pretzel with the beer cheese dip. I love the Pimini sandwich. It's fun and delicious and approachable.
And what did you have every single day on our last trip, Danny?
At the Disneyland Hotel, at the Tangaroa Terrace, I am crazy for the Loco Moco burrito.
It's a breakfast burrito.
It's a breakfast burrito that is Loco Moco flavor, which is like a Hawaiian plate lunch sort of thing, but turned into burrito format. I literally ate it every single day that we stayed at the, like I woke up to make sure I had time to go to breakfast before leaving for the park so I could get this burrito.
We never
stop for breakfast.
If we're there for like 10 days, we might have breakfast one day.
Hit the parks. Like we're usually there for rope drop, like have some coffee, be there for rope drop, go.
Every single day. He's like, I'm
Loco,
up and
Moco.
at 'em. It's time for
Loco,
a burrito.
Moco burrito.
Well, some of my favorite things. I love having breakfast in the park, in Disneyland on Main Street at Carnation Cafe. That's so nostalgic for me. My family, not every single day, but usually 1, maybe 2 days out of a family trip, we would do some rides first thing in the morning, then go to Carnation Cafe and sit outside. It's like where I had my first cappuccino or latte, because like that was something they were introducing at that point in time. I'd have like a little croissant sandwich. My dad would always get like the normal, I think it's like Oscar's favorite or something is what it's called, but it's like the normal like eggs and bacon kind of breakfast. Just loved it. They always have waffles or something for my brother. I also like carb o'clock over here because I love the bread bowls. If you don't know, they have Boudin Bakery from San Francisco making fresh sourdough, pumping it out at DCA all day, every day. You can take it home with you. Sometimes they have like themed ones that are like Mickey or Groot or whatever.
They actually travel really well. Like if you get a bread on your last day in the parks and like tie up the bag real nice and put it in your suitcase. Yeah.
But they make like bread bowls and they serve them all over in Disneyland and DCA. You can get it in the morning with scrambled eggs and bacon. You could get it at lunchtime full of mac and cheese. That might be the best one.
You can get it with chowder and chili.
Like so many things, bread bowls. I'm nuts for them. And also Dole Whips. That's what I have every day is a Dole Whip. And that's true at Disney World too. But they have so many different flavors. And at the Tropical Hideaway, you can get all sorts of different. I had like a mango one with tahine and like pieces of watermelon and cucumber and jicama and pineapple and chamoy. I had a watermelon one with like a blue sugar rim. Like there's so many and they're so good and I love them. So if you have a favorite Disneyland food, tell me in the comments. Now, if you've just joined us right before we go, I do want to answer any questions that you guys might have about Disneyland, any questions that you guys might have about DLR magazine. And if you've just joined us, I just want to give you the highlights again. Linda, we are working on an article about Blue Bayou. So excellent. I'm glad to see that will be something you'll enjoy. So Disneyland Resort Magazine, DLR Magazine. It's here. The first issue will actually come out in November, but we are selling it as of now. If you go over to our shop.www.publishing.com, Bridie will put the link down in the comments for you, or you can type in the comments Disneyland Magazine, and that will trigger a little magical message to your Facebook inbox where it will give you a direct link where you can go find this. So we are going to be doing 4 issues a year. It's a quarterly publication. So you're going to start with this winter and then go into spring, summer, and fall. And then it will automatically renew unless you decide to cancel in the meantime. But usually print is going to be $49.99. That includes US shipping. And if you are in Canada or international, anywhere else in the world, it's $2.50 per issue to ship to Canada and $3.50 per issue to ship internationally. When you have a subscription with us only, our regular shipping prices are higher. Unfortunately, it's the lowest that we could negotiate. And we don't make anything on our shipping charges.
That's just our cost.
That's just the cost, and I'm really sorry about it. But we have great shipping rates on our subscriptions. Now, for a limited time, only through the end of this month, we have a special early bird offer where you're going to be able to get, if you get the print edition, you get 1 issue free in your first year. So it's only $37.50 for your first year. If you are a digital subscriber, usually that's going to cost $15.99. But if you subscribe this month,
just going crazy this month.
We're going to do 75% off at $3.99 for your first year. So, like, why wouldn't you try that? Why not?
You can also, if you want to keep your magazines in pristine condition, you can add the digital onto your print subscription. The digital access works on pretty much any modern device that connects to the internet, your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, your desktop. It's
Keep
really
your collector
great.
issue and then just flippy flip through your
Exactly,
digital copy.
exactly.
Actually, we hear that a lot from people at WDW Magazine.
So till the end of July, special early bird pricing. Hit up those links in the comments.
Yeah. And in either case, you're immediately going to get an invite to join us over on our membership center, where there's lots of goodies and perks for you to explore, and an invite to join our members only group for WDW Magazine and DLR Magazine subscribers. It's so much fun. Danny and I are in that group every single day, as are most of the people on our team. It's a lot of fun. Now, if you're wondering why we're selling this so far in advance of the first issue actually coming, honestly, we need your support. We've done 107 issues of WDW Magazine. We know how hard it is to bring one of these products to life, and we know how to make a product that our fans really love. But there are a lot of upfront costs, from our operational costs to our staffing costs, printing, postage, permits, all that kind of stuff. So we need to secure enough interest in it upfront to know that we are going to hit our printing minimums and that we are going to be able to hit our permit minimums with the post office. So that's why we're giving such great deals right now. It's so that you help us out by committing early, but we're helping you out by celebrating that with quite a good deal, I think.
These are the best prices you're ever going to get on the Disneyland subscription. We're so excited about this new title. We can't wait to share it with everybody. The support that we have seen so far in the one day that the magazine has been available has been overwhelming. Some of you tonight who have been subscribing during this live is incredible. I know many of you are going to be watching this on replay, or getting our emails, or seeing our ads on Facebook and around the internet.
If you're watching this on replay and you have any questions, drop them in the comments, because
We'll be
Danny or
monitoring.
me or Allie, someone on our team is going to see that, and we promise we'll get back to you.
Yes. Also, make sure you're following us on Instagram at DLR Magazine. You can also follow us on Facebook at DLR Magazine.
And we have DLR content on our YouTube channel, on our TikTok, all of those great places. Those are all just under WDW Magazine. Now, before we go, what is your favorite vista to behold at Disneyland Resort?
I don't know. Did I know you were going to ask me that question?
I don't know. Want me to say mine?
Yes, you go first. What is
I
your
always
favorite
brief him
Vista?
before these things. I love taking the monorail in from the Disneyland Hotel into Disneyland. Any time of day, morning, noon, night, whatever. But you come in and you glide past the Tomorrowland Lagoon. You see the submarines, you see the Autopia, you see the Matterhorn, and you circle around. You see It's a Small World and little glimpses of Fantasyland. And it is just the most magical. You're so close you could practically touch the Matterhorn. There's nothing like that at any other Disney park. And that is my favorite view.
I love when you're riding the Pal Around.
The Pixar Pal
The
Around.
Pixar Pal Around.
Formerly Mickey's Fun Wheel. You just love these reskinned attractions.
I do. And you get to the top of the Fun Wheel and you get incredible panoramic views. You can see the mountain ranges of Disneyland. You can see the mountain ranges of California on a clear day. It's really just spectacular. I love that overview of both parks.
If you guys have a favorite view, put them down in the comments so that we'll have something to dream about until our next Disneyland trip, which is going to be in November for Danny and myself.
Yes.
We have some team members going down in September for a D23 Fan Expo. So there's lots of good stuff coming up. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are so excited to be here. Oh, I see Tim has joined us. If you don't know Tim, he is our wonderful copy editor at WDW, and he's going to be our copy editor for DLR also. So those top quality fact checking, grammar, all of that. Tim is the one who keeps us all in line. So you can thank Tim for that down in the comments, and look forward to that top quality in DLR Magazine.
Thank you again, everyone, for your support, for tuning in tonight.
Don't forget to get your subscription now so you can get the awesome pricing.
Yes. We're so excited. There are big things coming. We can't wait to share it all with you. And thanks for coming on this journey with us.
Have an amazing night, everyone. Bye now.